Hi, everyone. My name is Isabel Zimmerman, and I am excited for you to listen to this episode. This episode, I really believe, not only did Spirit, um, they're like, Isabel, you've got to create this. This episode is from one of my students, and he is 16 years old. This is his first session going under. I had worked with him prior, but this is his first session going under and really seeing another incarnation and meeting his spirit guides or his higher self. In every session, I ask, what is the purpose of that incarnation? What was the purpose of that life? And the purpose of this life was to find true emotions. Now, the reason why I am putting this episode together for you and for you to listen to the session is because in this session, there was healing done and it was around forgiveness. And I wanted to share this with you to have you understand a little bit around forgiveness to assist you in your awakening journey. And I want to also help you understand that you may be experiencing true emotion and what is true emotion for you. Okay? So we're going to drop in. I'm just going to give you a little backstory. Again, Jack is 16 years old. This is his first session, and he is recovering from a brain tumor. The reason why he became my student is because he started to hear spirit very clearly and didn't know what to do with it. And I knew his mother for many, many years. So when she reached out to me, I said, oh boy, I think Jack needs to work with me. All right. So let's go into his life. And I really think he does so well. Okay, let's listen in. Who's at the table again, my love?
My wife and 2 kids, they're both
Um,
boys.
oh, how nice. And do you like your wife and your two boys?
I love them.
Oh, that's wonderful. And did you say your house had pillars?
It had 4 huge pillars in front of it.
Oh, wow. That's gorgeous. Wonderful. All right. So, um, and you said your house is near a desert?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Let's see this life of this beautiful man. I would like to ask that consciousness of the man who lived in the house with the four pillars, with the wife and the two sons. I would like to speak to him, and I just want to ask him before we move on, what was the purpose of that life?
To find true emotion.
Ah, to find true emotion. And did you find true emotion?
I'm hearing something about how my family was raised to only live one way, and I
Um,
separated and found my true emotion.
they were raised to live one way. Was that life, was that the Middle East? Was that
Yes.
Egypt? It was an Egyptian life. Okay. Spirit guides, what did he carry forth from that incarnation into this incarnation?
letting go.
Was it letting go of control?
Yes,
Was that man very controlling in that life?
his family was.
Ah, so he was controlled by his family.
What I can see
Yeah,
is that his family was extremely rich
yes.
and they owned many slaves and they treated them horribly.
Mm,
What he did, he freed all of them and ran.
wow. Okay, you're doing wonderful, Jack. Very good. I would like to bring in the consciousness of the man who freed all the slaves, and I would like to bring in his family members that were very controlling. Do I have permission to do so?
Yes,
Wonderful. The man who freed all the slaves, what would you like to tell your family?
it's a much better life living without necessity of someone else's body.
Mm, very nice. Family, what would you like to tell your son and your family member?
Even after what you did, you never said anything to us after all of these years.
Um, Family, did you feel rejected by him?
Yes,
Mm. Family man of the wife and two sons, what would you like to share with your family now?
it wasn't rejection. It was finding a new hope for those people.
Mm.
If you would like to join us for dinner,
Oh, very nice. Oh, that's so beautiful. And family, is there anything else you would like to say to this man?
we will accept the invitation.
Um, and I know everyone was playing a role for each other, and everyone has gone through growth.
Yes,
Would it be possible, spirit guides? I think having the slaves that were freed, do you mind if we bring them here so that the family and the man can have a greater understanding?
yes.
I call upon the slaves that have been freed. Can I please have someone come forth and be the spokesperson? What would you like to say to the man?
I don't know if this is a name, but the name of the slave that stepped up, Heb Hebrosa.
Hebrosa. Sounds very Egyptian. Thank you, Hebrosa. Greatly appreciate. It is an honor for you to be here. What would you like to say to the man?
We finally have our own life now,
Oh,
and we can never pay you back for what you did that day.
mhm. Hebrosa, what would you like to say to the family?
Wow. That me conscious, I heard that the slave wants to invite the family for dinner.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. Hebrosa, hugs and kisses across time and space. That's wonderful. And family, will you accept?
Yes,
That's so nice. I could cry. I'm so happy.
That really activated my heart.
Yes. Oh, look at this love and forgiveness. Oh my goodness. Hugs and kisses to the family. Oh my goodness. That's beautiful. Spirit guides. Since you're reading their vibration, family, Heprosa, and the man, is there anything else I can facilitate in transmuting the heaviness and darkness into light and love? Is there anyone else I need to bring
Yeah,
to yes?
the father never showed up.
The Father. Okay. Spirit guides. Is the Father ready to come for healing?
No.
No. All right. You know what? Family, Hypnosa, and the man, we are going to send love and light to the Father. This entity is just not ready to look at it. Okay. So please don't take it personally. We've all been in a place where we can't let go yet or we can't look at it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we send him tremendous love and you can if you wish, so you can speak the words in this session and he will have a love note when that entity is ready. Would you like to each leave him a love note?
Yes.
Wonderful. All right, let's start with the family. What would the family like to say to the father?
For once we've seen our son in many years, and we're gonna have dinner with him. Please attend it, and we'll just spark up a new hope for this family.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right, fold that note, put it in the pocket. He'll find it. Hypnosa, what would you like to say to the father energy?
Even after all you did, I still want to thank you for the opportunity of just working for you as a king. But I live a much better life now, and I would love to see you now.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, Hypnosa, thank you so much. Put that note in the pocket. All right, the man. What would the son, like to say to the father?
I want to show you the two boys I've been raising. I I love them so much, and I know you will as well. I know your mind is set one way, but I know it can change.
Yeah. Oh,
I love you, Dad.
oh. All right. Put the note in the pocket. He'll get it. That's wonderful. Spirit guides, is there anything else that I can help facilitate in this healing?
No.
Oh, thank you so much. All right, spirit guides, do I have permission to ask some questions?
Yes.
Wasn't that beautiful? What the slave said to the king, the family, the son, just remarkable. When I felt that and Jack said he felt like his heart was activated or expanded, right? And so healing with love is really the process. It's really the process of sharing perspectives and closing the gaps on it. And sometimes an entity is not ready, right? And sometimes a person in your current incarnation or your current life, they're not ready, right? They can't hear it. What was really interesting around this was sometimes when I'm in session, I can see the lives in my third eye. And the father, the king, the Egyptian king, he was very, very controlling since when his boy was 3 years old. He was very controlling with his son in ways that felt very fantastical, very manipulation, very strong. And I was, as Isabel, I was a little shocked by it because I was seeing all these scenes. And for me, it felt like out of a movie. I was a little jarred by it. And so when I spoke to Jack's mother, I was sharing with her the session, and I said the king was strong, a strong controller, an iron fist, and really messed with the mind of that child. So for that child to release the slaves, to go against such a tyrant, such a ruler, um, that loved his son. Like, I think the king was very controlling, but he really did love his son. And in his perspective, I believe he thought he was doing what was right, and could not see how detrimental it was. So I find it interesting that the king wasn't ready, right? But how Hypnosa respected the king, right? So the king is not a bad soul. It's just that the king is so stuck in seeing the viewpoint of his perspective that he cannot see any other perspective. And that is a very wounded soul, very scared, very fearful. If you are not open hearted, you're very closed, right? You're in judgment, you're in separation, um, very disconnected from love and source's light. So we definitely send lots of love and forgiveness and hugs and kisses across time and space. Okay, so I have come to know Jack's higher self well because I've done several sessions now after this before, you're seeing this now, his first session, but I really appreciate Jack's higher self and all the assistance Jack's higher self has personally given me. So let's listen in to what Jack's higher self has to say. So why did you show us this life? How does this life impact Jack in his current life?
The clothes that the man wears represent the dance that Jack wants to do.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
And also, it shows a state of how he wants to be, is slowly becoming that.
Ah, and what kind of state he wants to be? That I mean, it took tremendous courage and bravery to free the slaves of the king, right?
Yes.
Um, is Jack going to develop or receive or allow, right? Because he is that, right? But he's unaware right now. Is that where he's moving into?
Yes.
Hmm.
He he has receded already. It'll be up and there will be no down.
Okay, so I want to break down a few things because Jack's higher self said he has receded and there's no going down, it's only up. And so when I heard that, I'm like, receded, right? And so receded, the higher self was saying he has surrendered. He has surrendered to spirit. He has not allowed ego driven thoughts and minds and decisions to rule him. When Jack got that brain tumor, he had a spiritual awakening that was very quick, and he had to go for surgery, and he couldn't eat after surgery for a while. He had a feeding tube. And we talked a lot during that time, a little bit, even though he couldn't speak long. And I would communicate with him and hear him and encourage him. One of the hardest things when you awaken, and even for me, um, I experienced this, and I still experience this even though I'm along in my journey. Your ego mind will say it's false. Your ego mind will say it's not true. Your ego mind will come in with logic, or your ego mind is really trying to keep you safe. And there will come a tipping point where you can't deny it. You cannot deny you have a higher self. You cannot deny that you have a greater purpose, a greater mission. You can't deny it. You may want to push it away. You may want to stay small or keep your ideology or beliefs as is. But there is a time where you cannot deny it. And spirit is pushing us to connect to our higher selves and our spirit guides, to have trust and faith, and to go into our heart. It's interesting, but you think the mind, the logic has the answers. It doesn't. It only has a piece of the information, just a puzzle piece. We don't have all the information. We only see a component, and we make inferences on that component. We think cause and effect, but it is much greater and much bigger. And so Jack's higher self was acknowledging that Jack had surrendered, that Jack is trusting the higher self. Okay? All right, let's listen back in.
On his own, we have showed him two lives in different timelines, but the same Jack.
Mm,
One was when he was younger and he hit his head after a bike accident.
uh-huh.
The MRI came back with the tumor maybe being the size of a quarter. When they operated, he died in the operating room.
Uh,
There was also another life shown. This nutcracker, Jack was standing on stage. He went for a huge leap and nobody knew what happened, but he fell and he didn't get back up.
mhm.
The tumor killed him because it got too big. The
Um,
reason that it was done now was because no other time was good for it.
so is the I know he's in the test, but if we can. So when he was little, he had surgery when the tumor was very small and it killed him, right?
Yes.
When he was dancing, so funny. He was always going to get a tumor, right? That's so funny. Um, when he was dancing, he didn't have surgery, but the tumor killed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
So
it eventually led to too much pressure on the brainstem.
right. Okay. And oh boy, is this all about this seems like all about control. Um and if I could guide Jack is a leap of faith and you can't make a wrong decision. You can't make a wrong decision because the timeline when you were little and the tumor was very small, you died. The timeline where you didn't have surgery and the tumor grew too large. So the size of the tumor almost matters not in a weird way. Am I understanding this?
Yes.
Yeah. And so,
He wasn't mentally prepared at 7 to receive the news.
mm, hmm and now I think Jack is mentally prepared. Of course, the parents are scared, right?
Of course.
Of course, because they love him. But this is really about Jack. hmm
After this summer, he changed. He wasn't spiritually ready,
hmm
but he was mentally prepared for whatever would come at him.
mm hmm hmm Can I assist Jack with telling him to go within and see what resonates? Feel what the doctors are saying. See what resonates. Would is that okay to tell him to do?
Yes.
Just because somebody says it's black, like a color, it does not mean it's black. It just means that is their perspective and that he has a voice and perspective.
The doctors, when they saw the most recent MRI,
Mhm.
had a nervous, but at the same time, a relief. The remnants of it looks like it grew,
Mm.
but the way it was cut, it wasn't natural. It formed naturally,
Mm.
and when the doctors took a closer look at the MRI, the part where they thought it, quote, grew, it looks like scar tissue from what was ripped off.
Mm. Mhm. So it's really their interpretation of the data.
Yes,
That it seems like the tumor grew, but it really in actuality didn't.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah. And so Jack has to be an advocate for his own well-being despite what the experts say.
yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he's going to become that great man, it's a beautiful test. I have to say, you guys were very um smart around it. Hey, can I ask why a brain tumor though? Because I know there's some symbology to it.
In the 1930s was my last spirit life.
Mhm.
I was a neurologist.
Oh, wow. And as a neurologist, were you connected to spirit or were you very scientific?
Very scientific.
Ah, so now here you are with the brain tumor and you're moving away from the scientific into the spirit. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's brilliant. I love it. I love it. That is so awesome. Let's listen in to Jack. He has my heart. And hear what he thinks of the session. All right, let's listen.
Uh, the the cloud felt nice. That was number one.
I know,
Um,
isn't it the best? Like
yeah,
everyone should get hypnotized just to go on the cloud.
yeah. Um,
But how wild is that that the man released all those slaves from the king?
that when I kind of like as the session went on, like I felt my heart getting like stronger and stronger and stronger. It like
Um,
usually when I do meditations, like I feel it this time. I like felt like it was like about to break out of my chest. Like it was
that was a lot of healing. That was a lot of healing to invite the family to dinner and the slave. Like, what? Like, it was beautiful. That was a lot of forgiveness.
next time I'm wondering what the father's doing though, because
We'll ask. You know, love goes a very far way. We'll ask. Now, do you recognize anyone in that life that's in your life now?
the wife looked familiar, but
Okay.
not very.
Yeah, it's like an energy signature. So it's just like a knowing. They might not look like the like a father could be a woman now and the child
Mm,
could be like, don't think of
mm.
physicality, just the energy signature.
Oh yeah,
Mhm. So the wife seems familiar. That's
yeah.
neat that she might be in your current life playing another role.
Hmm.
Yeah, just an actor in another movie. Yeah, new body, new role. Um, okay. Do you remember about what your higher self said to you about your brain tumor?
Bits and pieces.
Okay. Okay. So I share that piece with you because what will happen is a lot of my students will remember their past lives, but they won't remember necessarily what their spirit guides say. So often I have my students re listen to their session with their spirit guides, or they'll wake up and they'll remember everything and they'll remember what their higher self says. And then the next day they go to sleep and it's erased. And it's important for the students to hear their higher selves and develop that connection to their higher selves, right? I think Jack did wonderfully. Did you notice? He says he meditates. That's right. Mhm. Mhm. Very good. He's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful student, and he's a fantastic dancer, and he has fully recovered and gets MRIs to see if that tumor grows again because it's very aggressive. And it's just such a pleasure. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for for spending a little time with me again. I love it. And we'll see. I like look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, Isabel, I haven't put an episode together in a while, but I have so many projects. So until next time, thank you so much and sending you tremendous love, tremendous courage. Feel those emotions, okay? And you got this. You got this. You can always reach out to me on attractingwisdom.com. There's a free meditation. And for social media, I am on LinkedIn. I know it's where I'm at, though. It's where I'm at. And on LinkedIn, you can find me as Isabel Zimmerman. All right. Love you. Bye.